term, some little pain, but long term, the United States has been ripped off by virtually every country in the world. We have deficits with almost every country.
A little pain, but long-term, Trump says. Before we go any further, do some people think this will hurt or this will help? Please drop down in the comments. I'm sure people want to know how others feel about this. What is the definition of a tariff? A tariff is a tax imposed by the government of a country or by a supranational union on imports or exports of goods. Besides being a source of revenue for the government, import duties can also be a form of regulation of foreign trade and policy that taxes foreign products to encourage or safeguard domestic industry. Why were tariffs used? According to Dartmouth economist Douglas Irwin, tariffs have served three primary purposes: to raise revenue for the government, to restrict imports and protect domestic producers from foreign competition, and to reach reciprocity agreements that reduce trade barriers.
Heading to the grocery store, perhaps you're going to the gas station, even looking to buy a new car, you might have to pay more.
Yeah, President Trump imposing those new tariffs on imports from Canada, Mexico, and China. And it could mean prices going up for everyday items. Sandra here to break down some of the things that will get more expensive.
Yeah, that's right. Good morning. The White House says this will protect jobs, but economists warn it could lead to rising costs for consumers. These new tariffs, which go into effect tomorrow, will cover everything from food to electronics, cars, and gas prices. The 25% tax on imported goods from Canada and Mexico, along with a 10% tax increase on Chinese products, is expected to have a ripple effect, of course, with many companies expected to pass on these costs to consumers. Now, economists say prices on non-perishable goods may take time to rise, but fresh food and gas could go up in a matter of weeks.
Short term, some little pain, but long term, the United States has been ripped off by virtually every country in the world. We have deficits with almost every country.
Let's go through some of the everyday items from Canada, which could cost more under these new tariffs. So we're talking about lumber costs rising, wood and construction material for homes, furniture as well. Dairy will be more expensive under this. Milk and cheese and butter may get more expensive. And appliances like refrigerators, washer and dryers. Also alcoholic beverages, Canadian whiskey and beer, that's set to rise as well. Now, taking a look at more from Mexico, we're talking about avocados and fruits. Tropical fruits, tomatoes, and lettuce, that'll all be increasing in price, as well as beer and tequila. And Mexico supplies the U.S. with much of its liquor. Meat and seafood will go up as well, and expected to be impacted include beef, pork, and shrimp. Fertilizing prices as well for American farmers and home gardeners. And from China, increased prices on electronics like smartphones and laptops, as well as video game systems. We're also talking about increases in prices in fish and seafood are on the list. Shellfish, imported fish, coffee and tea, and popular beverages are also facing higher costs, as well as household products and things like garlic and apple juice. So just any kind of staple in many American kitchens. So the costs could keep climbing. President Trump says he may expand these tariffs as well to cover steel, oil, computer chips, and pharmaceuticals. That means everything from new cars to prescription drugs could get more pricey. In return, though, Canada and Mexico are also imposing retaliatory tariffs on American goods, and China is expected to do so as well.
President Trump's tariffs target countries that are major suppliers of a wide range of goods to the United States. For American families, the likely result is higher prices nearly everywhere they turn: in grocery aisles, at car dealerships, at electronics stores, and at the pump. Trump on Saturday signed executive orders imposing tariffs on the country's three largest trading partners. Tariffs against Canada and China are set to take effect at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time Tuesday, while those on Mexican goods have been delayed by a month. All goods imported from Canada and Mexico will be subject to a 25% tariff, except Canadian energy products, which will face a 10% tariff, according to the executive orders. The orders also imposed a 10% tariff on Chinese goods. While Trump acknowledged on Sunday that his new tariffs could cause some pain. He has insisted that they will not substantially increase prices for Americans and that foreign countries will bear the brunt. But trading data and economic studies suggest that consumers in the United States will probably see higher prices on a wide range of products, from vegetables and meat to cell phones and cars. While some companies may opt against passing on the cost of the tariff, many are likely to raise prices on their products. Because of the combination of these three countries, it's going to be difficult to go down an aisle of a grocery store and not see some sort of inflationary effect, said Jason Miller, a professor of supply chain management at Michigan State University. Higher costs. Wow, as if things aren't already expensive enough. Please drop down in the comments and share your thoughts and advice. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe.